Imagine a silent night, one where the air feels heavy with tension, and suddenly, that silence is shattered by the roar of an approaching aircraft. A US bomber releases a weapon unlike anything most of us have ever seen, the bunker buster bomb. It doesn't explode in the sky. It doesn't strike the surface. No, it dives deep into the earth, like a metal spear, and explodes far below, destroying everything hidden underground. This isn't science fiction. Reports suggest the United States is seriously preparing scenarios to strike Iran's nuclear facilities buried deep beneath the surface. These are secretive plans, quiet, calculated, and incredibly destructive. So the question is no longer if America has the capability, but what would happen if they actually used it. First we talk, what is a bunker buster bomb? The bunker buster, officially named the GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator, is one of the most powerful non-nuclear weapons in the world. It weighs a jaw-dropping 30,000 pounds and is designed for one purpose: to destroy what's hidden deep beneath the earth. This bomb can penetrate over 200 feet of concrete and rock before detonating. That means it doesn't just blow things up, it finds and eliminates the most protected targets. Nuclear bunkers, command centers, underground labs. No other bomb comes close to what this one can do. What happens if it hits Iran? Iran's most sensitive nuclear facilities, such as Natanz and Fordow, are buried deep underground to avoid airstrikes. They were specifically built to survive attacks from above. But the bunker buster is built to bypass those defenses. If the US were to launch a bunker buster at one of these sites, the consequences would be immediate and devastating. The entire nuclear complex could be destroyed in seconds. Years of scientific research and infrastructure could be wiped out. Hundreds of engineers, scientists, and military personnel might be killed instantly. But that's not all. The political and global impact would be enormous. Iran would not take such an attack quietly, and the chain reaction that follows could shake the entire region, or even the world. Iran's possible reaction and retaliation. Iran's response would not be slow, and it would not be small. The country has ballistic missiles capable of reaching American military bases in Iraq, Syria, and even Israel. It could activate its powerful regional proxies, Hezbollah in Lebanon, militias in Iraq, and the Houthis in Yemen, all targeting US interests and allies. Iran could also strike back in a different way. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway through which 1/3 of the world's oil passes, could be shut down. If that happens, global oil prices would skyrocket, economies would destabilize, and the entire energy market could collapse overnight. And let's not forget, Iran is a cyber power too. It has launched powerful cyber attacks before, and a US strike might trigger a new wave of digital warfare. Could this spark World War III? Here's the terrifying thought. What if this doesn't stay a limited conflict? What if other global powers get involved? Russia and China both have strong ties to Iran, economically, militarily, and politically. If a US strike threatens their interests, they might not just sit back. They could respond diplomatically, economically, or even militarily. What begins as a single strike on a nuclear bunker could spiral into a global crisis. Stock markets would crash, nations would pick sides, regional wars could spread, and in the worst-case scenario, the threat of nuclear retaliation could enter the conversation. One bomb, one misstep, one mistake, and humanity could step closer to the edge of a World War III. Final analysis: the price of one bomb. So let's ask the question again. What happens if America drops a bunker buster bomb on Iran? The answer isn't just damage to a bunker. It's a collapse in global stability. It's economic chaos. It's the potential ignition of a multi-country war. It's the beginning of a future none of us want to imagine. This isn't just about technology or strategy. It's about consequences. One decision made in a meeting room in Washington could lead to suffering and destruction across the globe. If this video opened your eyes, if it made you realize how close we are to something world-changing, then don't just click away. Subscribe to What Happens, where we uncover the truths the world hides.